A train wrecked to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow. Web3 wonder.
Good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Welcome to the Swarm Report, guys. It's a new week. It's a new week on virtuals, and new week means new opportunities. We're always looking out for those, trying to stay on top of those. So really excited here today to have, I think, the hottest launch of the week. One of it, we got a cooker here, I think. We have the Sunny AI team. There's a couple names like entities involved with this. I can't wait to get into it, like who's building it, who's automating it, what the project is. But I think we're gonna have a fun chat this morning. The Sunny project, by the way, guys. We moved the show a little early today, right? An hour earlier. I just want to make sure this thing is live right now. Want to make sure you guys have all that info as quick as possible. Make those good decisions here too. So again, why we're live now is Sunny is live right now. That said, dude, welcome.
Well, thank you. We're live. Yeah, that's right. There's 40 seconds and Sunny is live. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you all guys for being with us as well.
Yeah, dude, it's my pleasure to have you here. We'll get into the project. We'll get into some details, what it is and what it's going to solve. And there's plenty to talk about. But I'll tell you, we're on top of the virtual stuff. We're looking through the Genesis launches. We're looking through all of the prototype stuff. We just enjoy the platform. So we're going through projects last week, and I don't remember how long Sunny was maybe actually up on the board, but I know for sure if it was there a couple of weeks, last week it really caught my eye. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like the video you have, and it's kind of like attention grabbing. And I also noticed when I go to your site, same thing. I'm like, oh, this just grabs me different. I can tell it's coming from a team of marketers. So then all of a sudden the product's starting to click for me. But just to say, it really got my attention. I think you got something really interesting you're cooking. And dude, anything Cons is involved in, I'm instantly like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow that. I'm probably gonna support it instantly. So a lot here to like right off the bat. Dude, you want to do maybe a quick intro, who you are, and then we'll get into Sunny and what you're building?
Yeah, totally. Thanks. Well, we started filling this page, I think it was middle August. And since then it's been evolving. There are a lot of other new beautiful videos and creatives that are going to come up. This team behind us, Blake Marketing Agency, you guys can give a follow to them. They're amazing. They've been doing Web3 for a while as well as a marketing team to do amazing creatives and X campaigns. So yeah, the closer we got from the launch, more things we revealed, and there are more things coming up during the day today. So we're I think it's a bit of an alpha here, but today we will go live with our first NFT promotion on Sunny, and you'll keep an eye on it. It's gonna be cool, a beautiful art, and it's a NFT collection on the Ape chain. So it's very interesting. You guys should have a look on it. Well, then a little bit about me. As you can see here by my bass guitars, I'm a musician, right? So I'm talking to you from São Paulo, Brazil, born and raised here. And I've been working with international companies who want to expand their businesses into Brazil, right? So that has been for the past 20 years with a multinational company. The name is MCI Group. It's a live marketing agency, multinational, big stuff. After COVID, it was 2020. Then I shifted 100% to blockchain projects. And I started doing the same thing. Latin expansion for Upland. Upland is a Animoca brand's backed portfolio game into the GameFi space. Amazing game. If you guys can have a look, shout out to the Upland team. This is an OG project, right? No, the other one, the one with the llama. Yes. It's a very OG project. They have a super strong community. And in Brazil, it was fever. They really went viral. There's a lot of Latin American players, but majority is in Europe and in the US. So that's a metaverse monopoly kind. We call it the monopoly on steroids because it's all on chain, right? So it's a nice game.
Dude, remind me, was Upland named something else back in the day, a few years back? Is that, I'm trying to remember if they had a different name. I think they did, right?
No, I think it was always a Upland Metaverse.
Okay.
These guys are the one. They are from Silicon Valley. They are the ones who sign up a deal with FIFA for the Qatar World Cup. They launched a digital collectibles in the game, and here in Brazil it was amazing because they were bringing celebrities, onboarding brands, very cultural brands like Carnival. We had the first Carnival in the Metaverse in 2023. It was boom, very, very, very nice. So this is us, like pretty much into marketing and Web3 marketing in the past 5 to 6 years. I was myself the director of innovation for Campus Party. If you guys know, it's a big tech festival. And I was running blockchain workshops since 2018 at that big tech festival. It was amazing. That's the journey. And now Sunny is our face on X, right? So it's the agent that will reveal to everybody what we've been doing for so long.
Dude, it's really cool. I so I always ask, like, again, you and what you do, because we get to hear, like, is this person capable of building the thing they're saying they're going to build? And just hearing you talk about your background, I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, we got some great builders here. So
that's just me, man, because I hope Danny can join us. Have a look if she's not in the waiting room. Yeah, because this one, like, she's a leader, female on blockchain with a track record of several different projects. I'm just saying good things about this good friend and amazing builder, Danny Brown. We've been together.
I came right on time.
Danny, yeah, perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
I was just talking to you, baby. Just like, hello, this is Danny. She's amazing. She's a motherfucker. She's with love. I mean, do yourself your introduction. You do better than anyone. But it's been a while. We've been building Sunny since best November 2024. Me and Danny, we were like on Christmas with the team working, right? It's been a while, and way before we were together in this project. I was just telling them Upland and how we met. So go for it. Introduce yourself. Pleasure to have you, Danny.
Hey, I'm Danny. I've been in blockchain in on-chain space since 2017, working with anywhere from like hardcore infrastructure, building layer 2s for Ethereum, all the way to conceptualizing and product strategy for enterprise use cases on blockchain and dApps, etc. In my roles, I've always been on the commercial side, even though I have like a deep product experience. So somehow, even though it wasn't what I wanted, every project I worked for, I was like drawn into the marketing team because it's impossible to hire good marketers. So they always have to pull the business development people into marketing, because regular marketing people either were Web 2 marketing who came in, who didn't understand really blockchain, on-chain, the culture and the technology, and definitely the tools, then, where Web3 hangs out. Or we brought in like Web3 natives, but a lot of them were like, okay, cool. They understand the culture. They come from crypto Twitter. They live on chain, but they know fuck all about how to calculate ROI, how to look at customer acquisition costs, how to write a proper PR, how not to get scammed by like KOLs who have 1,000 bots, etc. So it's like somehow the people who are like more data oriented and like business oriented were kind of like I was drawn it always to manage the marketing teams or having to do it myself. And that's where really, especially my last role in Upland, we felt the pain. And the pain is talked about in crypto Twitter, how, we don't have enough marketing, like professional marketing people. The marketing people who are here have a really hard time calculating ROI, knowing what to do. There's like expectations versus reality, and like what actually brings up results, both in user acquisitions and revenue, but also correlating it to, token performance. And Nay and I were, since we were managing marketing, and we ran anywhere from like big campaigns for, the FIFA partnership when Upland did FIFA Qatar, and anywhere from that to like the token launch. And we felt the pain every day. And when we started getting to know the virtuals ecosystem, we're like, wow, like we need to start building something to help ourselves, to help people like us. And then we realized it's twofold, because Web3 teams need a lot of help with data, with managing campaigns, with even knowing what new InfoFi and SocialFi tools are out there, because there's so many, and it's very easy to get swept. Like, let's use all of them, but it's so time consuming because everything is manual and everything is meetings. And the ROI is very difficult to assess. And at the end of the day, you're accountable for the marketing budget, right? So that's on the Web3 front. And then you have Web2 front. So Nate's had decades of experience working with Web2 brands, bringing Web2 brands to Web3. And we've had some success there, both in the commercial space and the NGO space, like running campaigns for NGOs as well on chain. And then if you met these Web2 teams and you showed them any of these Web3 tools and told them to use them right now, never going to happen.
They run away. They'll never come, right? It's tough.
Like, really, you expect like I don't know, like take even like an edgy brand. I'm not even talking about like a regular, like Procter and Gamble. Okay. I'm talking about like a techie brand marketing manager to buy creator coins so you can do a deal with the manager of the KOL. Like, none of it is going to happen. So
when you say it that way, it sounds so ridiculous, right? It's so normal to us now, but it sounds so ridiculous when you put it that way.
Yeah, like I don't want to, I can't say the name, but I'm consulting now for someone who cold reached out to me because I worked at Upland, cold reached out to me from a very, very, I can't even say Web2 because it's like a traditional business, but it's like NASDAQ, like 500. Like, I can't explain how like old school this thing is. And she's like they're the digital transformation manager. And she cold contacted me. She's like, we want to run ads in the metaverse. Like, can you help me on the strategy there? And I'm like, I will have coffee with you and explain to you how that's the absolute biggest waste of your time and money. And walk you through a little bit of, like, if you want to reach this audience, like I can help you brainstorm, and maybe we can do an execution together. But it's kind of like they don't even know. They don't even know what questions to ask or what tools to search for. Okay, and this is the digital transformation manager. It's not like who clearly has a mandate to reach Web3 audiences. And is asking me about, like doing an ad in like the Square in Decentraland, where like 3 people like come with their avatars and 2 of them are from the team. Like, it's not going to happen. No. So this is where we're like, we need to build Sunny, and what started out as like a side project for us to manage some of the tools that we were using. We're like, this can be for all the teams. So we know what it takes to build and operate campaigns in Web3 and in Web2 using Web3 tools. And we're going to roll them out one by one in a one-stop shop agentic automation platform for marketers. And that's our initial focus and roadmap. But the idea is that once we've established the product in that angle, it would also have a vertical integration to the creators. And when I say creators, I mean, yes, current like content creators, but our data has shown that actually customers who write reviews or write content about products that they use, that content is 4 times more relatable and effective in terms of conversions than paid content for someone who's not a power user. So this shift that's happening anyways, and we're seeing this trend in general marketing and in Web3 marketing from KOLs to what's called KOCs. So basically like your power users, your key opinion customer.
I was curious what that stood for. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not even just like a Web3 term. It's like a general like permeating right now into also the Web2 marketing, and they're trying to find tools to help them. Like, how do we even reach those customers? How do we, after we reach them, how do we reward them? And how do we do it in a way that's not shady, that's not transparent? And this is what InfoFi and SocialFi was meant for. This is what these tools like transparency, being able to reward your community, being able to reward like good organic content. They know that this is where the trend is, and they're like struggling to figure out different models to how to do it. And we're like, okay, this is what blockchain and on-chain tools were meant for. Let's just help by giving you access to it. And the idea for Sunny is we don't want to build everything ourselves. Absolutely not. We think they're amazing projects in Web3 who've been building certain features and niches for years. And we want to integrate as many of them and be able to be the gateway and this like easy to use platform for marketers and creators and KOCs.
It's so okay, we got a lot to get into because everything about it sounds spicy. I love hearing when people are building a thing for themselves because they need it. So you know the need is out there. So you build it for yourself. So like, oh my God, everybody needs this. Those are the most magic products, period. And you also talked about this other massive pain point where you have people who are skilled in this one area but don't know Web3, or the guys who know Web3 and they don't have any of those technical skills you need. And it's in the long run, that's going to fix itself because everybody's going to be here in Web3. But right now, you don't have the people that have the skill set. You don't have it. And it's wild to me to hear that we're going to have this agentic solution that does it. And it's you guys who are, I'm assuming, training it, powering the brain of this ecosystem. And when you hear your background again, you're like, okay, they can do it. It's the right people to be building that product. So the whole concept makes a ton of sense. What is Sunny going to look like? Let's even say day one. How are people going to use it? And that's both on like, the brand side who's trying to market, and then the content creators, customers, like how are they going to experience Sunny and use it? Then we'll start there and we'll get into like the reward stuff too.
Yeah. So the brands initially are the brands who already signed, right? So we're running on alpha for brands. At a certain moment, anybody will be able to open a campaign on the Sunny terminal. Right now, we're really focusing the campaigns that you will see on the dashboard are the campaigns we have signed with the partners. This ones, right? We're uploading more and more. So this is right now for signed partners. And at some point, anybody who runs a business will be able to do it. But we start with the creators, right? So our main focus now is the other side of Sunny, that is supporting the creators to find campaigns and products that they resonate with, they like, they want to create content about, and that start the flywheel. So they will be able to create content about it, to receive information about these projects, like I was mentioning the NFT collection. So once you interact with this campaign on the terminal, you will be receiving more information from Sunny about that project, and everybody that is engaged and it's creating content, it's automatically enabled to receive rewards. So in that case, there are whitelists, NFTs, new things related to the collection that the Sunny participants, the creators, will receive, right? So that's how it works at phase one. I think Danny will want to mention PR distribution and other features, but that's our main focus right now, because we want the creators to experience it, right? And then they will be rewarded for early interacting with Sunny. So that's how we start. and then we will open for brands. I was with the team checking some questions that Sunny received on the DM on X. And people are really curious about, okay, I have a restaurant in Oxford. There was a community member on the Virgins that said, I have a restaurant in Oxford. Can I use the terminal? And then we were explaining how Sunny would support that entrepreneur, right? So Danny, if you want to add anything on the features, but I just pictured how we are starting the interaction on the terminal.
And TLDR too, it looks like bounty board, right? And then people can come in and kind of join the campaign, getting that bounty. They see the rules out there. They see the kind of reward that's up there. Yeah, really cool. Really cool.
So this is something that happens very organically. That's what we wanted to start with, because maybe I'll start with our building philosophy. There are two ways to build a product. One is like you work for 2 years with VC backed money and you build a perfect product and you launch it. And then there's the way we believe in, which is ship, iterate, like ship as many features as fast as you can and let your community, by interacting with the product, help you optimize it, because they're helping to train the model as well as us. And they keep on interacting with new features. So the first pain that we wanted to solve, something that happens fairly organic with more experienced marketing teams, which is, okay, let's run a crypto campaign to reward organic content. And here the idea is that we want to reward the users who interact, and as opposed to backroom deals of content creation. And this is something that happens organically, but is very time consuming for people who manage, usually like the marketing team who manage these campaigns, because I participated in one yesterday, actually, or on one of the communities that I'm a member of. So they're like, they set in Banker, they set up the community manager set up a bounty. He said, okay, you guys have like the weekend to create content, and then they manually kind of these are the rules, and okay, how do we distribute this? And it remained within kind of like our community, and it got a few good submissions, and they declared the winner. So that whole process for us, okay, this is a very easy thing that we know is already needed, is used all the time. We just automate it. We make it so much quicker and faster for the marketing teams. They don't need to manage it every day. But more importantly, we handle the distribution of rewards through the Banker SDK. So I don't know if you're familiar with Banker.
Yeah, but tell us about it, because it is like, I think most are. For anybody who's not yet, tell them about Banker.
Yeah, awesome. So Banker is probably, in my opinion, the best DeFi agent out there. It is not only does it have you interact with it for trading, swapping, doing social rewards distribution, like you can like airdrop, you do leverage trading, you do limit orders, and it's all in natural language. So it has a terminal, but what's more interesting is that it plugged into X, the base app, and Farcaster, and also allows you to do all those things, all those DeFi actions with natural language on X. So everyone on X has a Banker wallet that, similarly to how PayPal kind of started, that everyone had to like create an account, put in their credit cards, etc. And the first innovation that made PayPal the way it was is that it created an account for you regardless of whether you signed up or not using your email address. So here it's the same for your socials. So there's a Privy wallet for every X member, X user, that's tied to your X account. And what's cool about Banker is that in order to scale beyond their amazing product, they created a developer SDK. And I believe we're the first virtuals team to utilize that SDK. So we've plugged it into the Sunny Brain, and this allows us to do distribution on-chain transparently on the X feed directly to users, either with a backend command or with a tweet command.
Great. And you get some mind share out of that too, just because it is through X, and Banker is ridiculously cool. Like it's you, if you guys are not using Banker yet, like you will at some point, you just will. I think we've seen Grok using it, right? We agents use it's really, really cool. Again, it's one of those game-changing things. So really cool to hear you using it. Like I love the on-chain stuff here, like a lot. The transparency we need. Does it also show? Will there be anything on-chain that's showing who the participants are in a campaign? Like for sure, when they get their rewards, I mean, you can connect dots. But is there any kind of display that we'll see? These are the participants in this campaign. Yeah.
Yes. Dashboards, creators, leaderboards. You'll be able to see it organized in the future per campaign, per period of time, or per creator. It's all open in the terminal. And by the way, this version we're playing here, it's not the last. I think the team is updating a new one this afternoon that will be even cooler.
Like the layout, the look of it, or is it like the
No, more features. It's
cool.
They upload new stuff into the LLMs, into game, new APIs, new updates on the SDKs. There is a very nice tech team, both in the engineering side, like back end, front end, and also on the AI. We have a PhD in AI that is training Sunny Brains and creating all the automations. He's very, very deep into the research of AI.
Dude, the team look killer. I just got to say, because you've got them listed on here, and I go through and I do my due diligence. I check them out. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked team. It's pretty awesome. Something I liked about this a lot, like a lot, is okay. On top of the projects, whoever getting to create their campaign, people joining the campaign, I think you're gonna have content creation tools baked into the platform, and I don't know if they're there right off the right at the start or not. But can you speak about those and what those tools will look like and how robust they're going to be?
Sure. So what I can say is that there are already amazing content creator tools by teams that work exclusively on that. And our priority is to integrate those and be also a revenue channel for them, as opposed to building them ourselves. Because there are amazing teams in Web3 who've been building creator tools for a very long time. We're in touch with most of the good ones that we use and love. And our product building approach is always, if it's there and we just need to give more access to it as an interface to use them, then we don't need to build it ourselves, and we can focus on other things for Sunny.
Oh, really cool. So I already pictured, just because of the cons connection, like he's gonna have these tools out there to help generate video content, and these agents that'll there's just you can connect some dots there pretty easily. And it's cool.
I mean, their team, like the Acolyte team right now.
I will just say that, like, for videos, we have our very, very good friend and advisor, Cons. He's an advisor for the Sunny team for a while. We've been building together for a couple of months, years, not months, years, because Cons was together with us for the Upland campaigns right behind into 2021, 2022. So this is it, right? Acolyte is a immediate partner for us in the video generation, but there are others. There are many others.
Yeah, I dig it.
And,
yeah,
whenever we see, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, please.
I was just going to say, whenever we do see a gap, then that's where Sunny will fill it. So one of the roadmap items that I'm pushing to prioritize is PR creation. So a lot of, as I mentioned, like Web3 interns, okay, they know how to tweet, they don't know how to do an actual PR. And it's very important, like there are channels that Sunny can connect them to. So they have a cool announcement. It doesn't have to stay within, the 3,000 people in crypto Twitter. Like it should go maybe on as an article or as a PR to either reporters or to Chainwire for, maybe we'll get on Yahoo crypto, right? Or you know, the NASDAQ crypto section. It's like all those things, they're dying for content. And a lot of the times we think crypto Twitter is the world, but the whole idea, especially when you have accessible tools, is to bring other people in, to let them know about all of the innovations that we're seeing in the trenches. So we haven't seen any tool like that. So we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to build it. Both the the PR kind of like agency integration and actually writing the PR, which is pretty pretty advanced for an LLM, but that's what we have Masita for.
Man, the most bullish thing to me, like always, it's when I'm talking to a team and they're like you're doing, Danny here, like bringing up points that are just questions I had anyways, right? And was going to ask, and they're already top of mind for you. You already know it. Again, it just speaks to that you understand this so well. And you talking about that so much of the focus here is marketing to this tiny little freaking echo chamber on X. It's so small. It's so small. And like diminishing returns, the more projects come in here. And, you know, so hearing you're focused outside of X2 and you understand that importance, like, again, just it's bullish, probably the right word there, but it's awesome to hear. So the tools you integrate on the site for content creation to join a campaign, do you have to use those tools or can you use whatever tools you already use and you're comfortable with? What'll that look like?
You can use whatever you want. There are people, we already tried a few campaigns, we're experimenting, and people are creating memes. They use any AI they want. No, the only thing is that some brands will make available a folder with some UGC assets so that people can use that. It makes even cooler because you are playing with original content, high resolution logo, some nice comms that you can integrate into the content you are producing yourself. So that will happen with some of the partnerships that are coming. But pretty much the creator, we want the authenticity, right? So we want your way of talking, your way of producing content. You're really free. You just have to use the key tag. There's a hashtag for each campaign. That's your key when you are creating and posting your content.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense. How do you, because this is super important too, how do you measure that authenticity, right? And like the quality of a post? Because that's been a big pain point for, you know, things like Cato. And, you know, it just is. You get the AI slop thing and nobody loves it, even if it, you know, worked for a time. I don't know if it does anymore. So how do you measure how, you know, the quality of that content?
Yeah.
So it's twofold. The way we're working to train the models. The first one is identification of using AI and originality. So through the Twitter API, and thank God for the game framework, right? That we can use it at scale. The AIs are actually being trained to see copy pasta. So the originality of something. When we were thinking about it, we were also thinking about originality in terms of memes. And one of the products that is very important for us to lay out, also because we truly believe in mimetic energy and that memes are the future of content. And they're not even the future, they already are content. And for us, it's like original meme creator. It's not even by like when you share it, you don't give credit because you don't even know who wrote it, who made it, right? It's just like, oh, this is an awesome meme. And a lot of times I spent time trying to research myself, like who used it first, so I can give them credit, but it's very hard to find when you don't have the tools. One of the things, I'm giving away all the alpha here already just because I'm so excited. But one of the tools we're gonna is already built and we're gonna roll out soon when we feel it's on the right place, is a solution that I actually built the product for a prototype for Associated Press back in 2021. I believe 2020, when they came and asked for a solution for tracking IP across their photos online. And the brilliant team I was working back then came up with an actually very simple solution. It's too expensive to put photos and JPEGs on chain. It doesn't make financial sense in terms of how it is, but you can p hash, and if you when you p hash a photo, then the data of the photo is saved on chain as like 0 1s, and when you come across the photo again, it's very easy for the chain to pull up the metadata that came with the hash. So let's say you're a creator, you created a meme, you hash the meme in the Sunny platform. The metadata associates that meme, if it can scan first of all to see that the p hash has not been is not close to something else that's already been hashed. So we don't have any of those problems. But I'd like claiming something is yours when it's not. But once you p hash it, and we allow you to p hash it because it hasn't been seen before, then the metadata automatically has both the context, like, okay, this is a Sunny or a banker, meme, right? And it was created by this X user at this time. Once that's done, the more it's used through the Twitter API, we can scan the usage and give rewards based on actually how many people organically shared your meme. And this way, campaigns don't only have to run for 3-4 days and then you get your rewards. We're building business models that allow for sustainable rewards to creators. Like, what if you created memes and they weren't used for the first 3 weeks and then all of a sudden they became viral? Like, how do we make sure that those creators actually gain sustainable kind of like revenue from the marketing budget in a way that maybe for the next year, as long as that meme is used? That's a problem where we really are trying to change, because here it's like we got the technology part set up, but we're really working on a new business model to reward creators in the long run that we believe is very sustainable, because it's coming out of a marketing budget anyways. It's not creating something like creator coins, which I think is a very interesting experiment, but it's a little too much for our customers and the Web2 brands that we're working with. But they do understand this is my marketing budget, and now instead of spending it at once, I'm kind of vaulting it for sustainable rewards in microtransactions for creators that their content and their memes went viral over a long period of time.
It's pretty freaking brilliant. I wasn't sure what p hash was. And then when you started just kind of talking, like alluding to what it was, and you mentioned AP, and I'm like, oh my God, if that's where we're going with this, it's brilliant. Again, we think we all knew this was coming, and some people have got their solutions, right? Like timestamping, putting things on chain to verify like authenticity and provenance and all that stuff. And again, all the era of fake news, you need it. The meme thing is brilliant. Again, because you get these viral memes and people aren't rewarded for it in any way, and you've built a solution that does that. Does it reward people like cross campaigns too, right? If you create a meme and it was birthed in this campaign, the people are still using that same like template down the road just over and over, do they get rewarded across?
So this is something where we're gonna have to do in the second iteration of actually templates versus set memes. So we see meme content creation for meme in two categories. One, okay, you created a meme, and two, you created what's called, sorry, you said the word, the template for a meme, and that went viral across campaigns. We still haven't got the technical solution for that, but we're definitely thinking how to reward those guys.
I love it. Like everything here is so well thought out, and it just makes sense, and it's all stuff we need, all of it. Incredible, guys. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. A couple other things I'm going to get to just while we have you. I want to talk ACP plans, if there are any. I definitely want to talk tokenomics. There's some chatter out there about the tokenomics here. Actually, we can dive into that right now. Are there any other maybe core product details, utilities you want to get to before we get to tokenomics?
I think we'll roll as we roll them out. You can have us on in a couple of months, and we can talk about the other things we're shipping.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
well,
you know, I usually end with roadmap stuff, and you got a pretty spicy roadmap too. So yeah.
Yeah, I could just add one spicy here, that is pay attention to in real life stuff going on, right? We're very connected into brands that are into everyday's life of the consumer. So next you will see like some brands that you never thought that would be using an agent and trying to communicate with Web3 people. You will ask yourself why they are doing it. So that's part of the experiment here. So keep an eye on it.
Okay. All right. Definitely gonna. I like that. It's a good tease. Okay. So, okay. I wasn't alone when I saw Sunny on Genesis, seeing it and being like, this is like, this makes sense. This is cool. This is different. And again, the team's there. And so I know everybody was as bullish as I was heading into just the past day or two. But then we got this news that, token pre-sale on Genesis, awesome. But there's also a token pre-sale happening, maybe through somebody on Backrooms. And so Evans, and like, I actually like this, but this is really new for the Virgin community, right? It's like when you do Genesis, you're like, we get that exclusive opportunity to get these pre-sale tokens. We get them at a discount. And then they see this and they're like, wait, it's different. We don't get them at the same discount we're used to, right? 4% of the supply at a 290K FDV. Okay, if the Genesis launch gets to tier 1, I think they're pretty much on par. I'm not great with tokenomics, guys. I'm just not. But at tier 1, I think they're pretty even. But when you get to tier 2 and tier 3, I think that Genesis has actually got the maybe the worst deal between, again, Genesis and then this. So can you tell us a little bit like the thought process of launching or doing a pre-sale with Evans here? Yeah, just curious the thought that goes into that. Again, I don't think this is. Some people don't like it. They just don't like it. I'm like, I think we need to get used to this kind of thing. I think we need to make sure projects are taken care of the way they need. Every project launch is different. They just are.
Yeah.
We have to be open to this stuff, guys.
Yeah, I think you said very well. First, have to be open. And second, you said that this is a pretty new thing, right? It's innovation. And we are pretty new too. We are about innovation, right? SocialFi, InfoFi is also pretty new. So we will see a bunch of new tools with new functionalities that we were not expecting on how it works. Now, think as the Sunny team. We're building this for more than a year. Now we're coming into Virtual's ecosystem, right? We were open talking to everyone. We talked Arbus, we talked Amplify, we talked Backroom, and we are being introduced by these amazing teams, right? By very trustable people, our peers. We are being backed by the Virtuals team. Mr. Lugi is responsible for the development of Virtuals in Latam, and we've been working together with him for months for this launch pad, right? Also, our advisors, we gave a call to Cones. We have our internal advisors. So what happened with this deal here is that we had an OTC allocation in our tokenomics. If you read that, there was people that were supporting us from 2024, but we always wanted to convert into a community thing here. Our OTC originally had a better condition than this one that is published on the OCD by Backroom. So we spoke to all of our investors and they accepted us to do a testing thing with a new concept, as you very well said, purely innovation, right? And then we changed the rules for our very first investors, and they said, okay, we will follow Backroom's plan. Right? So that was an important moment for us. We felt very backed up. And here, what's our approach? First, we're open to other projects. We want to try other partnerships, not for pre-sale because the pre-sale is gone, but any team can come to us and we will be how to interact. That's why we have this category on the tokenomics. That's for this, for doing experimentation with new innovative teams. We don't know if Backroom will be amazing, but I personally like what they are doing. I think they're bringing some innovation into the model that, from what I've learned, had a big impactful change lately, right, on the Genesis. So a lot of teams are trying to create new things around that change. So that's how we felt here with this deal. We immediately felt some backlash from some community members. I was talking to Danny all the time. Some like people that consult us at the beginning were saying, "Hey, why you did that?" And we felt a little bit that, oh, the guys are sad about it. But that was our approach, like very truthful, truth opens to new innovation, and we keep with that position. Like if you have SocialFi, InfoFi, come to us now. One thing, Backroom is doing an amazing work. The pre-sale is almost took over there. They will complete that. So we feel the community there is really engaged. And what's coming next? We will be together with them, with other solutions that come to us, with the Virtuals team, and with our advisors to support all the next moves. And I think Danny wants to add something here, because it was for us a crucial moment when we first started seeing some comments from the community about this. But really, it's innovation, and you have to give a chance to innovation, and we will be here in any case for the long-term building with all the community.
So yeah, I think there's what maybe just to sum it up is that because we're a marketing agent, it's important to have for us to have aligned what's called design partners. And the design partners is the current innovation models for InfoFi and SocialFi. So for us, it's not, oh, we're just giving an early access to certain people. It's these are our design partners. We worked with them on not just let's do this sale, but we worked with them on a long-term alignment of product experimentation and innovation. And that's why it's important for us to align with that specific community. So the way we see Backroom, in the future, it's like different brands will want to have kind of like rooms for their power users. To give them perks. It's kind of like VIP rooms. It's like we need to kind of like build the product around these concepts in order to be able to give that out to then our Web2 brands and show them, okay, this is an interesting way to engage your community. And what for us is pre-sales, for them might be discount coupons that are in a form of NFTs. So we really came to it from when Ney says innovations, like we really came for it from the strategic partnership for product development. And then, okay, let's now align the incentives. So everyone in this partnership has a long-term invested interest in building this together. And I mean, as you said, we're pretty confident that we'll get to the top tier anyways. And then for the Genesis community, it would be pretty much the same.
And I think the
just to add on this, I want to keep building, right? So there are some people's behind the team of Backroom that we want to build until they have this. We know the unlock plans. It's the same terms for our early investors, right? So what we will do between this key moments is what will make the difference. So that's really building.
Oh, that's a good point. That the Genesis participants, they get an immediate unlock, whereas the Backroom and the early investors are locked in for 30 and 60 days.
That's huge. I didn't realize it's right away. I knew earlier. Yep. I knew Genesis guy. I didn't know it was like day one unlock. Is that?
Yeah. So that's right? That's also part of the change, right? That that Virtuals did, that they get day one unlock. And I mean, the Genesis community also gets, if they stake their Virtuals, they also get some Sunny tokens from the Virtuals community from Virtuals themselves.
I love it.
There's a specific allocation for the Virtual stakers.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's like the reaction is just people are used to one way, and we need to not get used to any one way of doing things. We have to keep trying and experimenting. And this just shows the opportunities in the virtuals ecosystem are only growing, right? And so doing it, like innovating on this kind of launch strategy, awesome. Doing it not after the fact, people not afterwards finding out these other guys got tokens. Like doing it up front, you're doing it the right way. And dude, I respect that a ton. And guys, if you don't let teams experiment, guys, if you don't, then they're going to stop coming. We've seen that, right? The Genesis stuff came to a screeching halt because it didn't fit. Again, not
and also to be honest, guys, like knowing a lot of how these launches work, there's so many backroom deals, and we really felt that you kind of take the backroom deals and put them in the front. We're gonna take shit for it. We might get flames at us for it, but we would rather be transparent and honest. It's been on our page for as soon as it was signed and agreed on, and this is what we believe in, this transparency, because a lot of the teams have a lot of deals either with pre-sale for KOLs or certain allocations for other teams, and they're just not aware of it, and then there's no unlocking, or you don't know the unlocking schedule. Here everything is transparent.
That's a damn good point. All right, so because we look at the tokenomics, the percentages, and sometimes we don't realize sometimes those might actually be allocated for other people who maybe did get to buy them. When you don't know, you have no idea. And I think you've been around long enough, guys, to know that probably happens. And I've been around working in the space long enough to know it definitely happens. And so again, just doing it up front and transparent, fucking celebrate that. That's awesome. It's the one thing we always ask for, I think. So I love it. I love it. And I love the day one unlock. That's a really spicy opportunity, especially if you now listen to them talking about this project and you're like, well, it makes sense. It's got the right backing. It's got the right attention on X. You hear the things that are coming out, and we'll touch on that, kind of wrapping up there in a minute. But this is the exact thing I like to bet on, and bet on hard. And I bet on the teams. That's the most important thing. And hearing you two talk is,
so
awesome.
we really hope the mechanism is not in place yet, but we are working on a mechanism to reward in the future from our treasury tokens and rewards Genesis members who actually, even though they had the opportunity from day one to sell, gave them this opportunity, the ones who do believe long term will be rewarded at the end.
Dig it. Okay, then rapid fire. Just the last couple of questions here. ACP plans. Do you have any?
Yeah, the team is checking. We want to make that very first feature that is easy, that's creating campaigns, available through Butler. So that's our first plan. The other things are more complicated, like PR distribution or hiring KOLs in real life or that thing. But the very first one, that is opening a campaign or creators to understand what campaigns are available, the team is hands-on already.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Love it. And then last thing is, okay, roadmap looks awesome. Like you have a pretty detailed roadmap and all these things coming, and you tease some of this stuff too. So if you can just wrap us up by saying, what is this Sunny going to look like day one in that dashboard in the terminal, day one, and then what it looks like, let's just say by the end of the year and deep into next year. Just how do you see it looking and evolving?
Want to start, Danny? Devs are watching. Just think about devs are watching, right?
Devs are biting their nails. What is she going to say by the end of the year? Yeah, because we have a huge roadmap. So we're really excited to get it going. So to officially launch, so we can start shipping these as fast as possible. And we may break a few things, but that's okay. That's part of the process. So this is what it looks like on day one. We have the Sunny terminal live, and you have Sunny being able to interact on X. Our day one product is automating the concept of the kind of bounty for creators with specific campaigns. That's the short fire day one. What it's going to look like at the end of the year, think about the priorities of what marketers need. We need PR, we need intern work to continuously monitor good content and amplify it and reward it. We need the creators to be able to monetize and own their content, especially on the meme size, and incentivize it. We need different. What do you have there? That's It's part we
It's
did
pledge.
part of,
Yeah.
part of our launch video. I don't know if you it goes pretty fast, but part of our launch video is like the marketer comes in and does their
the other one, yeah.
to-do list for the launch, and then like once they're hedged to explode. So it's like we really put out there the way we think about this is the process, guys. Like you need a team of like 6 people that you can't find. You need all these things. We also want part of the things that's very important for us. There are amazing InfoFi tools that we want to integrate. Some of the top 1 KOLs, Cookie, etc., just to be able to help the marketing teams also calculate the ROI. So it's not just about creating campaigns and putting in a marketing budget, but calculating the ROI. How did each one do, to be able to also for Sunny to learn what to recommend and to optimize.
Incredible. Yeah, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Guy, I say this to like every team that comes on now, just how impressed I am with the team and what they're building. But it speaks to Genesis season 3. And like we said right before it kicked off, that it feels like it's gonna be different. It's a different quality of teams and projects that are coming and launching here, and it's what we needed. So you're just another one of those here that it's different. It's next level. It's the exact thing we're hoping for. So wishing you guys luck with this launch. I have no doubt it's going to complete. I can't wait to see what tier it gets to. I kind of think it goes at the top because you guys, the market, you've got your feels about what the market's going to do this week, next week. We know what's coming. So if you're here as a DJ and you just like to play, you get to play. If you're here to bet on teams and you're looking for that long opportunity, I think you clearly see you got that here too. So pick whichever, but I think you got your play here.
And one last shout out to the Virtuals team, because they are amazing. We were speaking to a few launch pads and different, thinking about different models and what would make sense in terms of alignment. And the Virtuals team, with the BD attention that they're giving us, walking us through the process, holding our hand through the process, in addition to the game, actually technology that our tech people love. We really need to give a shout out to the Virtuals team, because they won us over and the technology won our CTO and head of product over. So we're really happy to be part of this ecosystem.
Dude, that's awesome to hear. It's just great to hear the behind the scenes about Virtuals, by the way. And they do cook. They do cook. They're kind of in silence sometimes, but they're cooking and they're great. Guys, go on X here. I'm going to drop these all in the chat, but follow BioBots Tech. I think that this is who's building out the agent. Do I have that right?
That's my marketing agency in Brazil, years of experience. You can follow, that's the website. We've been doing amazing things for major brands. And for Sunny, we also have a automation team, which is No Subscription Labs. This is the one. Shout out to these guys. These are amazing devs with a lot of experience doing Web3 things. So these guys are based in Miami and all around. So great team too. But so research BioBots for marketing, Web3 background, celebrities. This is very backed by celebrities. And then the dev team. Follow our X pages. You will see all on the Virtuals page. It's like very amazing builders that and everybody's doxed, right? So some of us, we use a profile picture on our X account, but you know who we are. We're all doxed. So give a following and let's continue this conversation.
Hell yeah. Okay. Awesome. 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 There you go. Follow the agent to Agent Sunny AI. Guys, good luck. Thank you for coming on. And Open Door, anytime you have updates, come on the show. If you want to pop in for 5 minutes and drop an update, again, anytime you want, just hit me up and you come on here. So thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Last one, follow the Swarm_AI, guys. Go follow us there. You can follow or subscribe over at CryptoSlam on YouTube. More great guests coming this week. Right now, get your points ready. Go throw them at Sunny. I love it. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
Sunny.
Sunny.
Bye.